All right. Hold on, wait a minute. Test. All right. All right. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to the gf1 Sports Podcast. I want to shout out to Josh Roseland. How's it going, man? How's it going, Duddy? I see you in the chat on YouTube. Welcome to the gf1 Sports Podcast. We got a lot to talk about here. As you don't know, I'm Mac. We're joined usually by Trill, but he is out right now. He's in the tent right now, but he'll be running back in here. But I'll get him when he comes back in here. And we're joined a special guest on the podcast. Not a stranger. He's been on this show before. Ryan, how's it going, Ryan?
It's going really good. It's a normal sports. It's a normal season for me. I get excited, and then my team shits the bed. It works like clockwork, man. It
know. It does. Before we start, I wanna issue something. Look, I want to say something right now. That's gonna make me vomit, but I have to say this right now.
Okay.
I want to thank the Atlanta Falcons for kicking the Saints' ass. I want to thank you for that. I think you're a dumpster fire. We may not see eye to eye. We both believe in fuck the Saints. We both agree. We are when it comes to the predator handshake and you son of a bitch. That's the one thing we both agree on. Like, fuck the Saints. Yeah. Fuck the
Saints. Since you brought up the Falcons, I think it's fascinating. They have a better record on the road than at home.
Yeah.
The Falcons have won more road games than home games. Yeah. That is fascinating.
That's a fascinating thing. But the thing about the Falcons that this is, and I said this a long time ago, I really believe the Falcons can be good. I just thought they did it the wrong way. And they still can be good. I think, don't get me wrong, I think Arthur Smith's the right coach. He's obviously the right coach. I think he's the right head coach. I think they got a good defensive coordinator, and he's a good defensive coordinator. When they got him, I thought this is a good spot for them. This is a good time to just get rid of Matt Ryan and let him go. But they don't want to get rid of Matt Ryan. I thought between Matt Ryan and Julio, I would have said Julio's staying. Matt Ryan can go. You got a top 5 draft pick. You can get Justin Fields.
I think they recognized that Julio had an injury problem with his career.
Yeah, but Julio,
once you start getting hurt, kind of keep getting hurt.
This is true, but Julio's still good. He's still
he's probably why Tennessee's so good this year.
Yeah, because
exactly.
I was floored. That's the reason.
They smoked the Rams last night.
Yeah.
Like, smoked them. So that was like, I didn't expect that at all. Frankly, I didn't have the Rams losing. I only had the Rams losing like one more game this year. To the Cardinals. Like, I thought the Rams were legit, and they probably still are. Just a weird game to.
Well, that's the thing. This is the problem I have with the Rams, and we're jumping on the NFL quick, people. Let me look at the chat and see if anybody else says nobody else says so here's my problem with the Rams. The problem with the Rams is, what will they do when they get where are we going to get when we get Stafford into the playoffs? When we get Stafford into the playoffs, which quarterback are we going to get? Will Sean McVay get those ticks out? Because Stafford been to the playoffs, and I don't care what you say. He had Calvin Johnson when he was with the Lions, and Schwartz wasn't a bad defense. That defense was not bad. I'm just saying he's been known to choke into the playoffs. You brought
up the Falcons, or you brought up Stafford and Calvin. They're a bad call away from beating the Cowboys in that playoff game.
This is true.
I remember that. That's how old I am. I remember watching that game.
That's true. But the first year they played,
what was it? I think in like the last 8 years or whatever, Stafford has like the most fourth quarter comebacks of any quarterback, or he's up top 3. It's weird because it's the Lions. They're terrible.
It's the Lions. Yeah,
the Lions are bad. So
Lions are a terrible team. We're not doubting that. I'm just saying.
I think, man, I don't know. If you were going to tell me Stafford or Goff, give me Stafford easy. Because Goff's
no. Stafford's good. I'm just saying, what is he going to do? Because
here's the nice thing, man. By the time you get to the playoffs, that defense will be good. Because Bill Miller will be.
That's the same. That's the same. You could say the same thing about last year. Their defense is good. They got into the playoffs.
It got better, man. It's scary. That's a really, since you're talking about the Rams, I'll talk about the team. I think even with a playmaker injured for the rest of the year, I think the Cards are legit. I think the Cardinals, I think they are ready to roll. I think they have everything you want. I know they wish they could have J.J. Watt, but just something about that team, man, I see them going far. I see them going really far this season.
Look, I would be inclined to believe you, but I would be inclined to believe you, but I feel like they can get in there and they just play the right team or with the right. Not saying they got to be Tampa. It could be Green Bay again, and Green Bay could beat them again. So they've shown that when it comes to just good quarterback, a great quarterback, because Arizona, say what you want about Stafford, I'm still not sold on him, but they haven't realistically played like a great quarterback that could go toe to toe with him. A quarterback that could
that'll be their big question, because I'm looking at their schedule and you're right. There's not really a great quarterback on that schedule for the rest of the season.
You can talk about Stafford. Like I said, I'm not sold on Stafford.
Stafford probably the best guy they have, actually.
The best guy they have. But when they played, Stafford's the best guy. But think about it. When they played a very, very Hall of Fame caliber quarterback, they lost because he saw everything that they
It was a tight loss, though. It wasn't.
It was a tight loss, but when they play somebody like Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, what they're going to do? Are they going to do that again?
Also, you got to remember in that game, Arizona had 3 turnovers.
This is true, but
against Green Bay.
And
Green Bay didn't have a single turnover, and they only lost by 3. So really,
also,
as long as Arizona avoids the mistakes, I still think they're
But here's my problem with the Cardinals. I'm still stung by that end of the season. They should have made the playoffs last season. But they should have, because nobody in their right mind was going to see the motherfucking Bears in the playoffs. We need the Cardinals. That
was weird, but NFL's weird. But look, the Cardinals are 8-1. They would literally have to lose out the rest. They would probably have to lose.
There's no doubt in my mind the Cardinals are going. I think the Cards are going. You can talk. Everybody can talk about the Bucs all they want.
Well, no, the Bucs are going. I mean,
they're going to the play.
I'm not stupid. I know the Bucs are going to make it. The Bucs are going. They barely made it last time, but they'll make it this time.
Yeah, they'll make it this time. I'm not sold. I'm sold on the Cowboys. They'll be good. I'm sold on the Packers. I feel like the top teams are going to stick. The people that you see in the league right now in the NFC is probably going to stay there. I'm saying
really,
that right
you guys just got to hope you beat the Saints in that second game, because if you don't, then you guys won't win the division.
We're going to we're beating the living shit out of them. We're going to beat them so bad that Sean Payton is going to want to retire. We're beating him. We're beating Sean Payton.
It's interesting. I'm looking at the standings, and all 4 teams in your division are fighting to get in the playoffs. That's fascinating to me. I would never.
That's fascinating, that.
But even the Panthers are at 4-5, and right behind the
Panthers
Falcons
are not good.
The who?
Sam Darnold. They're deep.
Oh no, they're not. They've won 4, so that's enough to get them in the hunt.
Here's my issue with the Panthers, and I said this last year, and I told everybody this. Trill was here when we were here. We both agreed. We both said that getting Teddy Bridgewater was a big mistake. And then at the beginning of the season, we retract our argument. Teddy Bridgewater is actually a good quarterback for the Panthers. And what happened was them dumbasses wanted to get Sam Darnold, what they wanted. They wanted Deshaun Watson. They started quarterback shopping instead of saying,
"Oh, they were pushing hard for Watson," and
they didn't get him.
No, I think they kind of avoided Bridgewater because Bridgewater is another case of he's been injured before. So
this is
there's
true.
Always that doubt.
But he's good. But when he was in, he was good, and I felt like they didn't give him a fair shot. If they had Teddy Bridgewater, I think it would be a different story for the Panthers.
That could be true, but let's move on from the NFC because I think the NFC is a clear picture. You know what's not a clear picture? The fucking AFC. Because, dude,
the AFC.
The AFC has 11 teams that are 5-4. It's a jam-packed mess for the final playoff spot. It's ridiculous. Because you got the Pats, you got the Chiefs, the Browns, Bengals, and Broncos, and then the Colts are 4-5. There's such a big gap between because after the Colts, every team in the AFC has 2 wins or less. So the bottom of the conference is really bad. Like, not Detroit bad, but Houston's 1-8. So
I'm agreeing with you 100%. I think the whole AFC is bad. I think the whole AFC is just a bumbled mess. Yeah. I still stick with look.
You talked to me 2 weeks ago before the Bengals game. I say the Ravens are the favorite, and then the Bengals smoke them. And now I don't know. Like, is it going to be the Titans? They don't have Henry. So, like, what the hell is going to – I legit have no idea which team. I thought it'd be the Bills. But the Bills lost yesterday to a bad Jags team. A real bad Jags team.
A real bad Jags team,
I have no idea, man.
Like that goes to show you that the whole entire that I felt like, and I said it right here. I said it in the sports chat with on the
yeah. All right. Sorry guys.
How about them Chiefs?
I know. I get it. We're not doing well this year. I get it.
But like I said in the chat, I literally said that I don't think it's last week I can make an argument for some teams that look, it's just that bad loss you got to get out of you because look, for example, we lost to the Bears last year. We shouldn't have lost to the Bears last year, but we lost to the Bears. So I still think the Bills are the favorite because that was just one of those games, just one of those crazy games where they beat themselves. So I really can't take that loss for granted.
If Derrick Henry wasn't out for the season, I would probably say the Titans. Oh, but Henry's out, so I probably still lean towards the Bills, man. That's a good team.
Well, here's the thing about I believe in my heart that the Titans are going to make the AFC Championship. I mean, even without Derrick Henry, I saw something last night in them. Their defense.
Wait, Mac, do you want me to put that on the board of crazy shit that Mac says? Before I get back and start.
We'll put it on the board, damn it. I said it.
Because you said Browns will win AFC with second seed.
Watch.
Wait, whoa. You trust Baker Mayfield to win the AFC, Matt?
Baker Mayfield make the playoffs.
I said
he
the
said
playoffs.
That 6/10/2020 at 8 p.m. Max said that the New York Giants will make the playoffs. And then he also said the Browns will win.
I was wrong.
The Giants are like only a game and a half back. That's what's messed up about the NFC.
I'm not saying. I'm just reading what he put.
When I said that, mind you, when I said that, I thought the Cowboys defense was going to be shit. It turned out it got a little bit. It did a bend but don't break defense. I thought out of all the teams with a good defense, the Giants defense should be better. And Danny Derp should at least be a game manager. But you want to know something? They tried to turn Danny Derp into Danny Derp into Aaron Rodgers. He's not fucking Aaron Rodgers, and that's what messing up the Giants in my prediction with the Giants. I thought defensively they could get it better, and offensively he could just play game manager. There's been flashes where the Giants was like, be a game manager. And they did that shit. And then there's sometimes where they're just like, you gotta be Aaron Rodgers. And they do that because let's not talk all your shit. The Giants literally almost beat the Chiefs. They should have beat the Chiefs. They should have beat the Chiefs. You can sit in there and shake your head. They should have beat the Chiefs.
The Chiefs don't.
But they didn't though. Like that's the thing about the NFL. The shoulda, coulda, wouldas don't matter. If you find a way to win,
a win's a win, a loss a loss. No one remembers that you got 2 safeties to get the win week 3. They just know you were 15-1, bro. That's all they remember. They don't remember how you did it. They just remember that you did it.
That's true. Yeah, like I said, that's what I'm saying. Like
I don't remember how Philly won the Super Bowl, but I know they got one.
Yeah, that was
such a long time ago. I know
that was wild. Dude, but I'm eating crow because I picked the Chiefs to go back to the Super Bowl, and I don't feel good about that.
I'm already eating with you, bro. Egg on my face.
I underestimate. I thought that they would rebound from the Super Bowl loss. Like most teams don't. I was like, well, it's a young Mahomes led team, and Andy Reid's the shit.
Bro,
but
this Chiefs ownership. Yeah. They don't want to spend money. You paid Patrick Mahomes all that money. You got your championship. You went to back-to-back Super Bowls. It's not like we're talking about the New York Giants with the money for how much it's worth.
Yeah.
It's a mid-market, mid-America thing. You know what I'm saying? It always happens.
Yeah, I do.
Same thing with the Minnesota. Same thing with the Bucks in the NBA.
Yeah.
Well, look.
No. PJ Tucker was an essential part of them winning the championship that let him go in free agency and brought back somebody that's 2/3 the player and 1/3 the price. They do it all the time. Every time a small market team wins, they sell.
Yeah.
Sell. You cannot name me 2 Pro Bowlers on the defensive side of the ball next to arguably top 20 all-time quarterback in Patrick Mahomes. Doesn't make sense. He's going to be Aaron Rodgers of the Midwest.
Here's what the thing about the Chiefs, and I'll say it. I believe that I do agree with you. They didn't fix that defense. That's what they should have done in the offseason. That was their biggest mistake.
Man, you could have got any free agent, and it would have been better than no free agent.
Yeah. They saw what they saw, but what you want to know what they saw on that Super Bowl? They said the Bucks were getting to Patrick Mahomes with just 4.
Well, and that's another thing about that Super Bowl. Like the Bucks didn't the Chiefs miss a couple of linemen because of COVID? They opted out.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking to myself, the Chiefs were probably like, "Oh, we just get him back now that COVID stuff isn't as bad, and we'll be fine." And it's not been fine.
But also, I thought
it's like 2 linemen because of COVID, 1 lineman because of injury, and then another lineman because of So there's 4 linemen that were had something to do funny around the playoff Super Bowl.
I thought
the fact they made it pretty impressive.
5 or 6 of the motherfuckers in the first place. Wait a minute, bro.
You know something? I thought that too. I thought it was the line too, and I thought the Chiefs would make it back to the Super Bowl too. But also, I thought another thing because I literally thought about this, and guys, if you don't know, I do look back at game tape, and I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, so here's a lesson. The Chiefs with Pat Mahomes is run. They're all run. They're not run. They're all pass. They're not running the ball.
I was about to say, what the fuck, Mac?
Oh, they're not running the ball at all. In that Super Bowl, they didn't run the ball at all. They did not run the ball at all. When they did run the ball, you notice in that game, when they got the run, they got 20-yard runs because nobody was worried about the run. They were worried about the pass. Because in that Super Bowl, that's what happened. So the Bucks literally thought, okay, we're not going to blitz you. We're going to get pressure where we feel like we can get pressure with Sue. We can get set with Sue, Vita, JPP, and Shaq Barrett. And that's exactly what they did. And Mahomes was running for his life. But even in that situation instance, they thought even though he runs for his fucking life, Mahomes is still a magician. He'll still get the ball out. So we can't blame a blitz. So exactly what they do, they bring back their cover and essentially got 2 safeties deep. So Tyreek Hill, Cheetah Hill can't beat him over the top. So every time you saw Cheetah trying to go over the top, you saw that's where you saw Antoine Winfield Jr. went. No.
And he 6'3" too, Antoine Winfield Jr. and Tyreek Hill's my size if I would
Yeah,
decide to work out,
yeah.
right?
So
Like,
I have an interesting idea. I'm curious what you guys think. I think to try to get to the playoffs, they will spend the minimum amount of money to get Beckham in KC. I think they give. I think Beckham's going to KC.
I think look.
That's my prediction.
I don't. A fancy Band-Aid on a giant sword cut.
Before I start, let me be honest here. If they do that, I
OJ
will
Beckham's
laugh
still
my
top
ass
5.
off. I will laugh my ass off. Second, they don't need more receivers. They need fucking defense.
Well, they
Or
can
you could
just
do like the Nets
I'm
and
sure
try to
the
outscore
mindset
everybody.
would be outscore everybody, you know.
Yeah, but teams are going to do you really believe even if they get Beckham? Do you believe they're going to beat the Bills? Even with Beckham, the Bills are good on
but
defense.
I'm saying that's a move they would make because they're right.
Yeah, it's like a stupid move you would make. It's like say we did something to say we did something, but it really didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Right now they're outside the
time.
playoff bubble, so I feel like there's that pressure to do something, and I feel like Beckham's going to be cheap. So
I don't know, dude. Then the whole Antonio Brown thing comes to mind too. Like, but then the Bucks have a good defense though. That's the thing that's fucked up. They're the Dominican Sue. They have a fucking good defense. What the fuck?
And Vita Vea.
Like if you just ask me for the last 10 years, can I name 15 people that played football? I bet you 4 of them would play for the Bucks right now. Fuck.
Well, I mean, hold on.
Barry Sanders. the fuck is going on? Fucking
Barry Sanders.
No, the AFC sucks, man. I have no idea who's gonna win that thing. Whereas
you know what, Trill, get the Max crazy prediction ready because I'm about to make some crazy prediction for the AFC. All right, here we go. Here we go. Get the date ready. All right.
This gives me cancer every time you do this.
All right. I believe the Bills will win the AFC East. That's a give me.
That's not crazy. That's not a crazy prediction. They have a good record.
I believe. You know what? I retract my Browns winning the AFC North. I believe, even though they look sus a little bit, I think the Ravens are good enough to do it. They are good enough. I do believe the Browns will still make the playoffs. I just believe it because they're still very good. They're potent. And I think getting rid of Odell Beckham will help them a whole lot.
They just don't throw in the ball. It's not Odell's fault. If you think you're the Terrell Owens of your generation, and for some reason this 5'11" dude doesn't chuck you the ball more than 13 times in 5 games.
I watched that video,
dude.
That video was damning to Baker.
Oh yeah, it was damning. It was damning.
Like,
and
I swear to God, here is Odell. Here is the first read. He's like, first read. Throw it, pick. I don't give a fuck what happens. I'm not looking back to this motherfucker. I don't give a damn what happens. I'm throwing it at the tight end.
Well, he even defended. Well, Baker didn't talk. Well, if we're trying to blame Baker didn't even talk shit about Odell.
No, he did the right thing because he knows he's the reason Odell is leaving.
Yeah.
That he couldn't get the ball to Odell because I'm of the mindset Baker is the thing that will hold the Browns back with success.
I don't think you'll hold them. Let me put it like this. Mind you, I said the Browns are still going to make the playoffs. I didn't say
they're no longer a Super Bowl contention team without Ojo.
Yeah. They'll make the playoffs. I just don't think they'll make like a Super Bowl or AFC championship.
Yeah, because not every team they play is going to be a fake team. Like, they looked really good this week because they played a fake Bengals team that got exposed because the Browns smoked them. So it's like. The Browns get to the playoffs, they will have to take on legitimately good teams, and we've seen them
who have a plan to stop whatever the fuck you think you're finna do. So you're going to have to find the second and third read. Baker Mayfield in his career has not proven on a high and consistent enough level that he can do just that. Therefore, they will not win a playoff game.
Yeah. You're correct in saying that. But I'm not saying that I ain't saying that the Browns are not making the playoffs. I'm saying they're going to make the playoffs. They're just not going to get far.
Don't more than half the teams make the playoffs now?
Huh?
No, it's basketball. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's more
basketball
teams.
more than
We'll
half the
get the
teams
best
have
one.
championship.
in a minute.
No, the Browns are currently 2 games. They're in the ninth spot. But
What's
you
the
know,
record? You got the record?
are the Patriots going to stay good? Because right now,
Hell no.
there's a
I
log
don't
jam
believe.
of
I don't
5
believe in
and 4
Matt
teams.
Jones. Yeah, I don't believe in Matt Jones. I don't think he's that good. I think Belichick will get him back to probably a win. I believe the Patriots could be a 9-win team, but I think they'll miss the playoffs. I think I
With
can see the
9
Browns
wins?
being at least 11-win team.
They're gonna miss with 9 wins. They're not gonna hit the wild card.
No,
Well, that's the,
remember
well,
that's an
that's
extra
the interesting
game.
thing. Like, are the Chiefs going to stay? Are the Chiefs going to get enough wins? Are the Browns going to get enough wins?
Yeah.
Are the Broncos?
Yeah.
It's that log jam of like,
Yeah, you're right.
who is going to get out of that? Because the tiebreaker thing is
C
fucking
minus
weird
to
right
like
now.
B minus type of team. I feel you. It's like they're right there. Any given Sunday, you know what I'm saying? Somebody gets injured, somebody goes off.
Also, AFC South. Let me get this out the way. Titans gonna win. It ain't even close. They're gonna win it. It won't be even close. They're gonna win it.
Titans?
I don't.
Wait,
believe-
didn't there like all-star stud Megan Thee Stallion? I mean, whew, that slipped out. Come back to me. Didn't the running back get like hurt or something?
Yeah, he's out for the year.
Yeah, but not for the year. He'll be back. They said he'll be back a little earlier, so he does got time to come back. But I do believe that the Tennessee Titans are just the better team in that division. Well,
Hey,
I don't.
Josh says hello on YouTube. What's up, Josh?
Hey, Josh, how's it going?
What's going on, Cryptic? Appreciate you coming by, baby.
Well, I think the Titans have the fortune of that division being bad.
Yeah.
You got the Colts, you got the Jaguars, you got the Texans. It's not hard to win that
The
division.
Colts are the closest team to get them, but I just don't believe in Carson Wentz. Can he stay healthy? That's my only issue. And Carson Wentz, I believe the Colts
Carson
are
in Indy now. I don't keep up with teams that
he's
I don't
in
feel are
Indy.
going to win the Super Bowl at all.
I personally think it's going to be a good thing for the. I think the Indianapolis Colts next year will be even better, but this year I don't know. I just haven't seen enough for me to just so, man, they can win the division. I feel like in a head-to-head matchup, I feel like the Titans can still win, but because the Colts defense is not what it was last year, because the Colts defense was like amazing, but this year it just feel like it's faltered, where the Titans defense is just way better this year. Like they're top 10 in sacks, they're top 10 in interceptions. They're really, really good, and they're getting there, and they're getting better.
They had a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Who?
I mean, Tennessee Titans. Can we? Let's theory craft. You
No,
got
they don't got Tannehill's not no Hall of Fame quarterback.
No, I think he's saying, what if they had a legit somebody beyond
Thank you, Brian.
quarterback?
Thank you,
Yeah,
Brian. It's like pulling teeth back
probably-
sometimes.
Yeah, if they would have had a Hall of Fame quarterback, they would have won that division by now.
Hey, who's available that can go to Tennessee within this season or next, take them and win
Aaron
at least 2 playoff games?
Aaron Rodgers.
I think he's locked into Green Bay. I don't think he's leaving.
I think Aaron Rodgers would be, if Aaron Rodgers is like, if the Titans were like saying, if they want to say fuck Ryan Tannehill and just go ahead and just say, hey,
Terrible
fuck
quarterback.
it, let's just go and get Aaron Rodgers. I believe Aaron Rodgers can
But
turn
like,
that
how do you get Aaron Rodgers to come to the Tennessee Titans? Like
Derrick Henry,
Derrick
Henry, AJ
Brown.
Brown, Julio. He got a great offensive line down there. The defense.
I'm not saying it's not a great team. What I'm saying is, like, so Tom Brady came to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because he was disgruntled and he was at the end of his contract. Doesn't Aaron have like 2 or 3 more years left on his
Yeah,
contract?
so the only way Aaron's leaving is if he sits out. That's it.
Thank you. That's what it was. That's what I was thinking. I knew I heard something like that somewhere. You can't just demand a trade in the NFL. Like, they don't do that.
Yeah, but I heard he can be a free agent this year, so he can be in talks with tennis with Green Bay. But I feel like that's the team that would be a legit good team for him to go to. I feel like I don't give a fuck what people say about the Broncos. I just don't believe the Broncos are there yet. We'll get to, but yeah, Well, speaking of AFC West, speaking of the Broncos,
I'm gonna say his name because everyone keeps just acting like he's not like better than 5 quarterbacks that start in the NFL right now. Cam Newton could take the Tennessee Titans to the Super Bowl.
Speaking of the AFC West,
Yeah.
speaking of the AFC West,
It's a log jam, man.
We're talking about we're not talking about former washed Auburn Tigers quarterbacks.
Don't disrespect the man like that. What I'm saying is he has so many records for rushing and also throwing the ball. He doesn't necessarily need to be the focal point of your offense. He just needs to be the reason why you don't falter. And we all know Ryan Tannehill under pressure is going to make the mistake, is not going to make the play. I would rather have somebody capable of making.
So we're really going. Wow, this is going to be a good episode. We're really having this conversation about.
Yeah, let's have it. Let's have it. Let's have it. Are the Panthers better now that he left?
No. But you might know the truth. Yeah, that's the truth. But here's the thing: Cam Newton arm is not what it used to be. His shoulder is not what it used to be. He is literally a scrambling quarterback now.
That's what I'm saying. That man has wheels. Wheel his ass out there.
Yeah, but all you gonna do just literally.
I remember.
I will give you this.
Somebody doing really well, and Carson Wentz getting injured, and then this quarterback that was kind of good, kind of not good. Nick Foles. People up on him. People are down on him. He wins the Super Bowl for their team, and then the next year gets traded because that's how the game is played. Your value is based off of when we've seen you last, aka Ben Simmons. When we last seen Cam Newton, he was a C+ quarterback. Ryan Tannehill is our firm D. That's all I'm saying.
Great. We're having a good conversation because I'm telling you right now, Cam Newton to me, if Derrick Henry was 100% was healthy, Cam Newton would have been a great addition because that zone read with Cam Newton would be very deadly.
Now all I have to do is get you to understand that because the offensive line is so great, if you just get a player off of waivers or just any running back, they could do the job, i.e. Mark Ingram or another running back that at one time was awesome, but now not so much, like the dude who eats Skittles. Like, all I'm saying is you don't necessarily need your best player. You just need
that's the case, then why Jalen Hurts is not a good option for the right plays. If that's the case, then why Jalen Hurts is not a good option for the why Cam Newton? Why gotta be Cam Newton? Why not Jalen Hurts? Jalen Hurts got a good arm and he got good feet.
He's on a team though, man.
He's on a team and he's young. He's like under 25. No one's trading a quarterback that has name recognition.
I'm just saying I'm just trying to say we're trying to get these. Well, I just feel like right at this moment at the career, Cam Newton's arm.
Say why not trade the quarterback from the Cardinals or the fucking Titans? Get another trade them. Go not get rid of him. What the fuck?
I don't get what this obsession with Cam Newton because I don't like that.
Well, it's just weird that he's not been signed by anybody yet. I
understand that. I understand.
He's still good enough to be in this league. Like that's what I don't understand. Like it's just weird.
Like, I don't think nobody wants to. I don't think. Look, I think Belichick was his last stop because it was like, if you're not good for Belichick, then I think that was really what hurt him. I think
Belichick cut him because he didn't get the vax, but he's got the vax now, so he's good.
I think, that's one thing. The whole vaccine thing plays different with different people from different backgrounds. Leaving at that. Right. But also, I also say this: Bill Belichick is supposed to be a defensive-minded genius. So why do we always give him credit for the shit Tom Brady did? What I'm saying to you is Tom Brady had an awesome system where he could stand in the pocket, move 2 steps left or right, and deliver a dart anywhere on the field. That's not how Cam Newton's going to win the game. He can step into the pocket and make a throw, but if you give him those wheels, if you put him in the spread, if you do things to highlight his attributes and not his faults, then he looks better.
If that's
Tom
the case,
Brady's
offense you know what?
For Kyler Murray. That's what I'm saying. I'm not pointing out how Tom and Kyler look different. I'm just saying that perhaps you should run different offenses for different types of quarterbacks.
This is the point I'm trying to get across. I'm sick of Cam Newton and I'm sick of his bullshit. Why in the world is Colin Kaepernick don't have a job? Because Colin Kaepernick is way better than fucking Cam Newton. I said it.
You're preaching to the. I think it's weird that both of them are on teams.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
we know why Colin isn't. But
Yeah.
Cam's is weird.
Racism.
Yeah, like Cam's is legitimately weird. Like there's not a good reasoning behind Cam not being signed.
Yeah. Look,
But the AFC West is like full. Like every team is like a half game back. They're all
it's so tight.
5-3.
it's the Chargers.
5-4.
It's the Chargers division to win.
Oh, for sure.
I'm sorry, Troy. I'm sorry to tell you this.
I think it's their division to lose.
What?
Like their talent level is so much higher than their record is. If they lose it, it would be more surprising to me at this point if they won it. Is what I'm saying.
Because I never thought, and honestly, I didn't think their quarterback would make this jump. I didn't think.
I think that's West Coast bias. I think that's just West Coast bias because he played on the West Coast. That's not most people on the East Coast aren't watching him play. So, like in college and in his first year. Like,
because by the time your game comes on, it's 10 p.m. here.
Yeah. So that's why people didn't realize how good Justin Herbert was. Like
Herbert was. I didn't think Justin Herbert was this good, and he actually is pretty good. And last year, I thought the Chargers defense was not bad. I thought Chargers defense is not that bad. They got pieces. If you get the right coach, they can turn that shit around. And I believe
they're like 5-3. They should be better. Like I really think.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Yeah, they really should be better. But shit happens. I believe this is their division to lose. I'm feeling this. It's no hate against the Kansas City Chiefs. It's just facts. I mean, it's just they're better.
It's not a good team this year, man. This is what it football. Is. In football, you are what the record is. What the record is.
Yeah.
There's no 7-game series. There's no back-to-backs. There's record is what it is.
Right.
Like one game a week. Either you won or you lost it.
Right. But
they found a way because they had that ugly loss to the Ravens and they lost to the Pats. They almost lost to a not so good Eagles team, but they got that win.
They got the win. Yeah, they got the W.
And now they just need to. They get the Vikings, which is I think a winnable game for them. It's in LA.
But isn't it so interesting how the NFL works like that? How a team goes up, down, and then they seem and then one day they hit it, and then they go back down. It's so remarkable.
Yeah.
That's the biggest difference between the NFL and college, where the worst team in college and the best team in college, there's a significant gap. Like there's a true massive gap. Whereas in the NFL, the best team in the NFL and the worst team in the NFL, the gap is a lot smaller.
Like, a lot smaller. It's a lot smaller.
It's like even though the Lions, I don't know if the Lions have won yet. The Lions still aren't that much separated from the Cardinals, which is weird because they haven't won. So it's NFL fascinating.
And I'm actually rooting for Detroit because I don't hate Dan Campbell.
I like Dan Campbell. I want him to win. But I want him to win, but I want Detroit to lose because for what they did to Caldwell. They screwed Caldwell. He had a good team.
Yeah, he had a good team. Yeah. But if Detroit is watching, let me be honest. I believe they got the right head coach. I think he's a good head coach. I think they just needs.
If Detroit is watching, sell the fucking team.
He needs more team.
Is there a billionaire in Detroit who wants this team to be a winner? Because the Fords don't want a winner.
No, they definitely don't. They don't. They don't give a fuck.
Sell the team.
It's Detroit. How many billionaires are in
the NFL? I'm 32. I cannot remember one season where I was like, "Oh, the Detroit Lions are good." Sell the fucking team. Well, there was that one
season they made to the AFC Championship in 1993.
Sell the fucking team. Yeah. 30 years. Sell the team.
Yeah, you know what? I'll buy it for $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
Shut up!
First of all, they're ripping you off. You just heard him. They ain't won a motherfucking game. What you buying?
Yeah. I actually would. I would buy.
Buy the team and have to pay a contract for the first game played of like $12 million.
And I'm looking at that schedule. The Bears are it. I don't like. They got the Bears at home. I don't know if they can win another game. If they don't win that game against the Bears, I don't know if they win a game.
They're gonna upset.
Hasn't the Detroit Lions already had a season where they didn't win any games?
Yeah, so they would become the second team to have a winless season. To have 2 winless seasons,
yeah. And
the first franchise have 2 winless seasons, right?
Hey, look, we turned our franchise around when we had winless seasons. So,
yeah. Well, wait, did the Bucks went 17-0 to start their, or 0-17 to start their franchise? So they didn't go winless 2 years in a row, though.
No, they didn't. Like, they almost, but we beat New Orleans. Remember New Orleans? We beat you motherfuckers, at your own house to get us our first win. I'm going to go on a tangent right now. Nobody wants to go to your dirty ass city and see. I don't want to go to your dirty ass city.
And you're disparaging the city of New Orleans. New Orleans is a great city, by the way. New Orleans, you can have a good fucking time.
Okay, so, I love to have a good chunk of time in New Orleans, but I want to talk about the Little Caesars.
Trillexo is no longer affiliated with Mac or MacPool Incorporated. He likes New Orleans. Please don't fuck with him. Thank you.
So I heard from Trill that the Little Caesar Superdome is sorry and it's a piece of shit and it smells like fish.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, so I think that's enough NFL talk. Let's move on to the big man, the Mac Daddy, because Mac is gonna have a chubby the whole time because the fucking Georgia Bulldogs are the best team in college football, and I think it's by a significant margin. I think Georgia and the second best team, there's a big enough gap. I told Mac this, and I still believe it. Georgia's not a super team. They're not LSU a couple years ago, but they're the next level below it. They're damn good.
They have next year. They will have at least 6 or 7 people be in the draft and get picked.
Yeah.
But I think what was it? LSU had like 12.
Yeah,
some insane number.
They also won that year too, and like 4 of them were like legit 3rd or 4th year like seniors. Like they had a good year and they cashed out because they won.
No, that's what I mean by like that's why you can't call what LSU did a sustained run. It was a single season where they made it click, and they were the best team on the planet.
This legit felt like a 3-year, 4, 5-year process for me because look. Being a Georgia fan is hard. Look, going into SEC championship at the SEC championship at the SEC championship
and just losing every time.
Yes, and going there and losing to LSU in the SEC championship or using the Alabama in the SEC championship. And,
losing to Florida. Florida would block you to get there, but
fucking piece of fucking Tim Tebow would kick our ass to go to the fucking look, I'm a Christian, but I hated Tim Tebow so much. I hated him so much. I really I love that you love Christ, but I hate you so much. Why can't you just go to the fucking NFL and let us win one for once?
So the Bulldogs are the best team in college football.
Oh, we're definitely the best team.
Yahoo put out a really funny list, and I'm curious how you guys feel about it. The 5 teams that could prevent Georgia from going undefeated, winning it all. So the very first team on this list, the Tennessee Volunteers, because it's in Knoxville. Because it's in Knoxville. You fucking kidding me? This is like at least pick a team like. Tennessee.
Let me tell you what let me tell you. Look, Vols fans, let me go ahead and tell you 1-4 right now. You're volunteering to get an ass whooping. That's what you're lining up. You're lining up your ass to get whooped. Don't go. Look, when you see the Georgia Bulldogs, you need to go ahead and not go to the fucking stadium. You need to turn around, go to the fucking mountains. Go to the Chattanooga Mountains, go up there, buy a fucking cabin, get some firewood, and stay up there. Make sure you turn your radio off because that game gonna get ugly. Make sure you go up there, get your wood, everything. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't go to that fucking stadium because it's gonna get. You are going to have a bad day. We're gonna blow you out. It's gonna be ugly.
All right, so I think all three of us are in agreement. The whole idea that this is a trap game for Georgia is silly.
It's just
Like,
silly. No,
yeah.
no way.
Yeah.
The only way it's a trap game is I would say if Tennessee had a semblance of a defense, then I'd be like, oh, I'm so scared of Tennessee. But they have no defense.
Yeah.
Every team in the SEC is building the offense because everybody want to copy Alabama.
I mean,
That's everybody.
Copy Alabama too.
Hmm?
I would copy Alabama too.
Everybody want to copy Alabama, but Georgia was like, fuck that shit. We're gonna build the defense.
Yeah, by hiring Saban's top assistant.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we did. We
all right, so let's
smart. He was an alumni here, and Kirby was like, fuck that shit. We're gonna build this defense. We're gonna build it up, make it unstoppable, and get a game manager's quarterback, and we're gonna win games. And that's exactly what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing. Nothing special.
All right. So number 4, they have now this one. You guys aren't scheduled to play them, so this would have to A&M would have to make the ASC title. So Alabama would need to lose again, and A&M would then get to the SEC title game. Do you, Mac, as the Georgia fan, Jimbo Fisher's had success at the highest level? Do you think A&M would present you guys a challenge, considering how weak the East is versus the West this year? Outside of Georgia, the East is not very good.
Look. I think. Look, personally, in all honesty, Jimbo Fisher is a great head coach. He did a good job in it at Florida. My problem with Texas A&M is it's the same with everybody else. They have a good offense, but their defense is not that good. If you look at the Alabama game, Alabama was going they just said fuck this. They just literally went straight up Red River. They went right for the Red River rivalry, and this game just went all punch for punch, blow for blow. When you play Georgia, you're just not going to sit up there and say, I'm going to score 40 points on you. You have a good job. Okay, you good for you. Keep saying you're going to score 40 points because you cannot do that. Only way
Mac, be honest with me, though. Do you think your offense could hang with A&M's offense, though? Like, I know you're going to get some stops, but your offense hasn't been the strongest.
Well, this is my problem. I think right at this moment, Bowers is showing up at the right time. Blake Bowers showing up at the right time. We do have our cage of running backs is starting to hum a little bit. I think our running game is really, really good. My problem is it's not the offense, it's the offensive coordinator. And it's bad when your own team, when I know who the fuck my offensive coordinator is, the same offensive coordinator of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't trust Todd Monken, but at the same token, I have to trust them to make the right plays. So that's my only problem, because it's not really it's not the quarterback, it's not the running backs, it's not the wide receiver, it's his play calling. Because 1 minute he'll sit up there and do, oh yeah, so on first down, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and put him on first down. Instead of let's put Stephen Bennett in the shotgun and hand the ball off and do this. I was like, no, who the fuck goes in shotgun? Just go in the I formation, go under center, get a fucking fullback and run up the gut. That's what I want. But he don't do that. He got to be fancy. He got to make sure, he got to make it an execution. Actually, I want Shane Caley back. I really want him back because he was just so simple. He was so simple. Like, okay, good. Thank you, Caley.
Mac, let's let Trill get a word in edgewise now. How do you feel about Georgia's supremacy, bud?
Oh, hell, Georgia.
So,
I bet it makes it hard. I bet it makes it hard to do this with Mac every week.
I really hate when he's right. You have no idea. It's a fucking headache.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like my brain is gonna explode when he's correct, because he says the most wild things ever. Like 2 years ago, like, yeah, in a couple years, Georgia Bulldogs gonna be the shit. I'm like, this dude's on fucking heroin. What the fuck is he talking about?
And now they are.
Son of a bitch. Like, next time he says something's gonna be good, I'm putting my life savings down on it. Like, what?
Yeah.
The council defers the time to Mac. I mean,
Look,
I
have seen a lot of bad shit, and I just
give people their flowers when they're right. You get your flowers, man. You're right.
But here's the thing: what I saw over the years was what I kept seeing over the years since that national championship run. What I thought Kirby Smart was doing was everybody else was like, I'm going to build an offense. I'm going to build offense. Kirby was like, nah, fuck that. Recruit defense. And he kept getting top recruits for defense instead of trying to look for those stars on offense. And he started.
That could bite them in the ass.
Yeah, that could whoop
because
everybody's
now
ass.
We're going to talk about, I think, the three teams who have the most legitimate shot to beat Georgia. Those first two teams, kind of iffy. Tennessee, man, just a bullshit.
That's a laugh. Yeah,
that was a bullshit answer.
That's not happening.
A&M
like
to even play Georgia would require some shenanigans. The first team on the list was Oklahoma, and I think the guy from the Georgia Wire kind of pointed it out. Can Georgia even score enough points to hang with Oklahoma? Because Oklahoma is going to score points.
Oh no! See, look,
that is a better offense than you faced all year.
Yeah. Like, let me explain this. And also I want to shout out Megan Gregory. She is also a Oklahoma fan, and we also watched the Oklahoma game together on Rabbit, and we were just laughing at each other like Oklahoma's going to lose this game. And I remember that very game where Sonny Michel ran the ball. Sonny Michel has this cut. Every time he does it, I know it's a touchdown. So when he made this cut, I was like, this is 6. He made that cut, and I was like, 6. And I was like, I put my hands up. We're going to national championship, baby. Boom. But I say that to say this. I think this is my issue. When we did that when we went to the SEC championship that year, the national championship, we beat Oklahoma that year. The thing about that game was, look, as a Bulldog fan, I looked at that game. Let me be honest. I was putting my hand together praying Clemson. Because I knew Kelly Bryant was a fraud. He was a fucking fraud. And I felt like we would whoop his ass. But when we got Oklahoma, this is exactly what I said. Fuck. Because I thought, I knew if we go in Oklahoma, go to the Rose Bowl, we would have to score more points than the initial team. So going into that, I thought, man, we had to go into that game with the scoring wrong, but we won. So I don't know, going in there a second time will be even easier. This defense is really, really good. And I do believe.
The guy pointed out something, though, in that game you guys played, 2017.
Yeah.
Where Georgia had a legitimately good offense paired with that good defense. So they were able to score enough points to hang with Oklahoma. Yeah. I'm curious if Georgia's offense right now, I don't know. I don't know if they can score 50 points on a good team. You're
gonna say I'm crazy, but I'm gonna tell you right now, right here, right now. If Georgia can put up 30 points, I believe they can win. I think we can hold them to less than 50. I think we can hold them to at least 21 because that defense is really, really good. So Georgia can at least cap 30, magic number 30. If they can get 30, I believe we can win.
I believe Oklahoma to know 21 though, bro.
That would be one of the greatest. Well, no, Nebraska just did it, so it can be done. Yeah, Nebraska did it this season. They held Georgia or Oklahoma to 23.
Yeah, so it's possible. But here's another key point. I say Georgia need to score 30. The Georgia offense needs 30 by itself. Because I also believe that the Georgia defense can get some takeaways and get some pick sixes. So I believe they can do it. I believe they can get some points away from it. Because at the beginning of the season, everybody thought I was crazy. Look, and don't tell me I'm crazy, because I was the only one that said, hey, Georgia's going to win 10-6 against Clemson. Everybody looked at me like I was crazy. I said, why? I said, I believe the court. I said, I don't believe in JT Daniels right now. Our wide receivers are down. I believe in our defense because our defense is going to shut down anybody in front of us. And we ended up winning 10 points. It was a 10-point game. So I was right. So I just want to let you know. I know what I'm talking about.
I know. This is a
saying.
Georgia team that has 6 interceptions on the whole season. So that's a tall order to be like, yeah, we're going to get a lot of picks. We're going to get points off our defense, where if Georgia offense isn't
well,
making
it's
those
not
kind of
picks.
mistakes.
It's more. It don't have to be picks. It can be fumbles.
What you mean, like good,
I'm just
like
checking the
field
stats.
positioning type shit? Like you stopped them at the 20 on some shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And one time for the easy money. I feel you. I kind of feel you.
Yeah. I just don't. I
don't
think
necessarily have to be like I picked it and ran it back. Like I backed the ball down. Now you got to kick it to me. Now I'm like,
because
at
I'm not saying
or at the at the 40 or some shit. I feel
now look. I'm not saying Oklahoma is gonna score. They're gonna score. That's what I feel like Kirby got to get in the offense. Like, look, he got to go into that defensive room. Like, I know you don't want to hear this. Oklahoma's going to score. They're gonna find ways to score. I'm talking. They're gonna go with like majority of your time. It's gonna feel like a trap meet because Oklahoma is not. I'm telling you right now. I tell Kirby if I'm Kirby Smart, I say if it's a 3rd and 2. If it's a 4th and 2, they are fucking going for it. They'll get ready because they are going to no huddle and they're going for it because they're not going to let it doesn't matter if the ball's on the Georgia 13-yard line or the drop ball is at the 1-yard line. If it's 3rd and 4th and 2, they are going for it because they believe that their offense can score, they can get yards on anybody, and they'll get it. So that's what I feel like he got to instill them, but he got to tell them. But also, this is what Kirby Smart got to instill in them. He said, yeah, they're going to get theirs, but we got to take our punches at them too. So we can't let them drag our ass back and forth down the field. That's the way I feel.
Trill, how do you feel about Oklahoma? You think Oklahoma can give Georgia a run for their money?
I feel like Oklahoma's going to blow out Georgia unless for some reason, like I don't know, like time stops or something. Like I understand what Mac's saying about like the defense and how great it is, but even if the Bulldogs score 30, Oklahoma can score 30 and a half.
Yeah,
this is true, but
put it on you.
Well, here's the big question, which is the Georgia defense inflated because they go against bad SEC offenses, or is Oklahoma's offense inflated because they go against bad Big 12 defense?
I see what you mean.
That's going to be answered in a couple of years, actually, when Oklahoma joins the SEC.
Right.
Like we'll know. We'll see if they're. But let's move on to number 2. He has Ohio State. And the same reason, which is kind of fascinating to me, which he said was Ohio State can score points and they have a better defense than Oklahoma. I see what he means about us having a better defense than Oklahoma, but I don't know, man. We just scored fucking 26 points on Nebraska. I don't know. Well, we did better than Oklahoma did. So I don't know. Ohio State does have a lot of points this season. I don't know. I'll tell you how I feel at the end of the season, but it's...
Yeah, look, I think, in all honesty, I mean, if you had Justin Fields, I would be giving you the middle.
Oh, this kid, have you not seen the kid for Ohio? This kid?
Oh, I see this kid. I just want to give
CJ's legit, dude.
I just want to say fuck you because of what you did.
CJ's a legit, like, I
was
unsure about him coming into the season, but no.
Ryan, I just want to say fuck you and your Ohio Buckeyes for literally trying to get a transferring quarterback that shouldn't have been transferred to OU.
That's your fault. That's not our fault. That's on Kirby for not realizing what he had in Fields. Like that.
Damn it. But
I don't know. Maybe it's close to the vest, but
yeah.
I see what. Like, I just struggle because Georgia, every game I've watched, Georgia's been really good. So it's like, but then I look at Ohio State, every game they've played, they've been really good outside of the Oregon game, that's the blemish.
I'm going to be completely honest here. And this is the way I feel. And I'm going to say this, even though you're going through this list. If Georgia goes to the SEC championship, and I'm saying if it's a close matchup, I'm not feeling good about coming out and beating all these teams like this. But if we obliterate Alabama, like just we beat them so bad they don't even step onto the fucking field. We're going to the national championship because that's getting that motherfucking monkey off our back. That motherfucker has been the Achilles heel for ages.
Well, yeah,
We
it's
have
beating
that
the
having
master. It's
Nick
you know,
Saban every fucking
Kirby
week.
learned under Saban. So yeah, it's beating the guy who taught you.
Yeah.
And
I hate
Alabama
Saban.
has looked vulnerable. That is not
Yeah,
a
they
good
were very
LSU team.
beatable.
That is not a like for them to. I know, I get it. LSU plays us hard every year. That's some bullshit to justify a weak win. That was not a good LSU team.
Here's a hot take right now. Alabama will lose to Auburn. Hot take. That's a hot take. Watch. They're going to lose. Because every time they play that, the Iron Bowl is going to get ready. The Iron Bowl is going to be a big upset. I'm just telling you right now. I think
Auburn teams only lost. Well, they've lost 3. So that's
yeah, but this is just something's going to happen. Look, Gus Malzahn is a good head coach, and he's going to find a way to get into Nick Saban's head. He's going to beat them. I just feel it because LSU, I'm sitting there thinking, if LSU almost beat them, and we're all making fun of LSU right now, Gus Malzahn got a game plan for them jokers, and he gonna find a way to exploit it, and he gonna beat them.
I just picture Coach O like at halftime against that Alabama team with his Cajun accent. Oh, I swear we gonna make it happen somehow, y'all. We
gonna make it happen sometime. We're gonna have to do it.
Saving grace beat Alabama. Then they'll forgive me for having sex with the dean's wife. Oh hell.
I want to get some. Look, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of Alabama, and I'll go home and get me some black fried ribs and grits with some shrimp on the side.
I hate that Coach O isn't going to be back. He's so damn funny to watch. He's the fact that he's getting fired because he was banging he was flirting with all the wives of important people just makes it even better.
God, come on, that man is awesome. I love. Look,
that's a perfect way to go out.
Look, Ed.
You gotta get me before I get one of y'all.
Ed, if you want to be a front office for the Georgia Bulldogs, I'd love to have you.
Okay, so Mac, of all so every team left, you guys have a really easy remaining schedule because of how it works out.
Yeah.
Who do you think poses the biggest threat? You can't say nobody. You got to give an answer. Who do you think could prevent you from being a national champion? Honestly, you have to give an answer.
Honestly, you want my honest answer?
I want you to answer with a team, not with nobody.
The Oklahoma Sooners. Okay. They're the team I'm actually the most afraid about because Ohio is just, no offense, you can say whatever you want about Ohio. I feel like it's looking in the mirror, and I feel like we just got the better defense.
Probably. Well, I think we have a better offense than you guys do.
Yeah,
I think we got
the better defense, and I feel like we can stop you, and I feel like we could get you. We could do it just enough to beat you. Oklahoma, we legit got to game plan for Oklahoma. Unlike you, we got to legit like we got to be physically and mentally, because the defense. To play Oklahoma, you got to be mentally prepared to play Oklahoma because you got.
So Mac, I got to ask you a question. Who do you think has the better stats for offense, the Ohio State or Oklahoma?
I really believe it's Ohio State. I think it's Ohio
State. Ohio State has better stats overall. Okay, so
it's the coordinator. I feel like even though they got better stats, it's just Oklahoma. Got that fast-paced offense, and it's just tough. I've seen it. I have seen it firsthand. I've seen this shit firsthand, and I'm scared of Oklahoma because we played it the last time. I'm not gonna lie, I was sweating. I was sweating bullets the whole time. And
you
after that game,
bullets last year when UC almost beat y'all.
Who?
Last year, right? You guys played UC in a bowl game, or am I misremembering something?
No, you're misremembering something. Because I remember was beating Cincinnati.
When it was a close game, when it shouldn't have been. It's a fucking UC. You shouldn't have a close game with UC ever. I don't care how good they are.
I don't believe we beat them, so it doesn't matter. We got our fucking Sugar Bowl when we put our
Peach Bowl.
Oh, was it? I forgot. I thought it was a Sugar Bowl.
You guys only beat them by 3. You had to have a comeback.
We got our fucking peaches in the fucking bowl. Look, we got our sugar bowl. We put the fucking tea in the daggone trophy, and we put some sugar in that motherfucker and drop for that stuff. We drank our tea. We drank up our tea, damn it. And we made some peach juice with that peach bowl. Fuck y'all.
I'm just saying, you know what? Mad respect for what Tickles he's doing in Cincinnati. That's that man's
doing a good job.
That's a stepping stone job, and he's making it legit good. But to only beat them by a couple.
Florida. Also I want to make a special announcement to the Florida Gators. Look, I know Dan Mullen. I know you want to fire Dan Mullins as a head coach. Well, I just want to let you know I'm available.
Fair enough, man.
Okay, what's after? All right, it's your guys' show. What's next?
All right. So Trill, NBA, your favorite part. I'm the NFL.
All right.
Football guy.
All right. I gotta ask you guys. You have to pick one player under the age of 25 to start your franchise with. Who you picking?
Is Aneta Kupo under 25?
Who?
We did this before.
The Bucks player. But the guy
Giannis?
from flipping
Oh,
the guy from Greece.
Giannis.
Is he under 25?
You talking about Giannis?
Oh my God, he might actually be exactly 25. Let's Google.
Yeah, then that's the answer, even though the Bucks are struggling so far.
Let's see. Under 25.
He's 26. Damn it.
Yeah, no, doesn't work.
Man. Okay. That's a good question. That's a real good question.
We did this before. We did this question before.
Yeah, but he wasn't here for it.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I'm opening with the question that we both know our answers to. You already know my answer. I already know yours.
Oh, yeah, you know my answer too, yeah.
I'm such an old. God. You're 25. That is tough, man. That's like real young for me. I assumed Giannis was that young. Of course I was.
I mean, he's only 1 year off. I mean, that's a fair answer, I guess. So who do you guys think is the biggest disappointment this year in the Western Conference? What team did you think after the first 10 games you think was going to be high, but it's now not so much? Who's the biggest disappointment? Biggest letdown out west? Mac, who you got?
Damn it. Why'd you went to me first?
Lakers, y'all. Dude.
Okay, Lakers?
Yeah.
Why do you think the Lakers
you shouldn't be 5-5. You should be much better.
You think they should be what?
They should be much better than 5-5. Didn't they add pieces?
Yeah.
Didn't the Lakers add players, like good players?
Yeah, but
and they got Russell. What the fuck? They should be. They got Russell, Davis, and flipping LeBron. They should
Duncan,
be good.
How old are you, man? How old are you?
I'm 31, so.
Okay, so you remember when the mailman and the glove won the Lakers for that season?
No, it's been a while.
Remember that?
That's because it didn't happen. That's right.
No, it did. It did.
Wait.
Gary Payton and Karl Malone played on the Lakers for one season.
Yeah, but they didn't win it. Weren't they chasing rings? And they
were chasing rings.
They didn't win it. Yeah, they didn't win it. Yeah.
I would say, would you say is Gary Payton better or worse than Russell Westbrook? Okay, let's see that. Maybe it's a tie, right?
That's a good question. Gary Payton's good.
Gary Payton, you do know Gary Payton eventually won him a ring, right?
Yeah, in Miami.
Yeah, he won one with the Heat. I just want to let you know the glove.
2 years later, he won one with Miami when Shaq left too. Hold on, listen, hold on. Let me make my point. So Karl Malone, right?
Yeah.
Would you say Karl Malone is better than Dwight Howard or Carmelo Anthony?
Oh, I think so. But I have that bias. I grew up watching Malone dominate.
Right, me too. So
yeah.
So what I'm saying is those pieces didn't fit, although they were better pieces and they were also Hall of Famers. It's a team sport. You must play as a cohesive unit, as in a cohesive team. Yeah. Having said that, I want y'all to put some respect on the Warriors.
I hate that the Warriors are good
because
again.
Even if Klay Thompson and that signal they got 2 years ago come back.
Look,
After February, it's going to be a different look out west.
Trill.
So I agree with you, Ryan. The biggest disappointment is the Lakers, because with all that Hall of Fame star power, they should be able to find a way to be better than just 5-5.
Yeah. Now, I will say, I think the biggest challenge to the Warriors out west, I believe in the Nuggets, man. I like that team. I feel like the Nuggets are where the Bucks were a year ago, where it's like, we haven't won it yet, but we're getting inching closer and closer. Like, just something about that Denver team. I like that Denver team.
I can't fully agree, because without Jamal Murray, they don't have the offensive creativity or the firepower to hang with the Nuggets, no matter how good Jokic is.
Yeah.
But if we're saying both teams are healthy, if we put my starting five, the Warriors, not my starting five, my team's Charlotte. You put the Warriors starting five against the Nuggets starting five. I do see what you mean. It is.
I think it would be a 7-game series. Like,
it wouldn't be no one would get swept in that game. It'd be close.
First of all, before I start, I want to say
Aaron Gordon, they got some killers on that squad.
Right.
Michael Porter Jr., you're right.
First of all, I want to say, fuck the Suns, because you made me lose a bet. Fuck you for just all of a sudden wanting to win last year. Just fuck y'all. And my pick is the Pelicans, because what the fuck? I thought they were at least going to be in the conversation for at least. They were going to get in at least.
So the Pelicans is kind of like OKC.
Yeah, but OKC still made playoffs.
No. What I'm saying is, like, at one time, OKC had 3 Hall of Famers on the roster at the same time.
Yeah.
Somehow they didn't win. The Pelicans have done the same thing, and they didn't win. They had Zion, Lonzo Ball, and Brandon Ingram all on the roster at the same time and didn't win.
Yeah, but there's still a disappointment, because you expect, man.
No one disagreed that all 3 of them would be Hall of Famers. I agree.
I think smart man. Ball might not be, but
no.
What?
I think the other 2 probably will be.
Oh, come on. Think about it. Ball is like a taller Rajon Rondo. Wait for a couple years. He's on the right team at the right time. Like Gary Payton. Gary Payton wasn't playing. Gary Payton got 2 DMPs during the fucking finals. Go on somewhere. Talk about he won a ring. He didn't win shit.
Until he met Michael Jordan.
Lonzo can be on a team and get DMP at the end of his career. He's that good.
You heard the glove.
He was better. There's fancy passes. It's a unique skill. Like Kyle Korver or JJ Redick. Like a specialist is always needed. And
you heard what the glove was saying.
He puts up 15 and 15 and 10. He's a good. He can shoot now. Brandon Ingram, he's a 3-dimensional scorer. Zion,
it's true, but when
if he ever gets straight under the control, can be Charles Barkley. If he doesn't, he'll be Greg Odom. Depends on whether he wants to diet correctly and work out.
When somebody busts your ass and give him 50, that's what happens.
Yeah.
That's what's happened to the glove.
Brandon Ingram at any time, you're right, can bust somebody's ass for a 50 piece.
And give him 50.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Jordan did.
Veteran minimum, anybody can get a ring.
I'm just curious. I since my pony in the NBA is the Cavs, so it's not been good of late since.
You had your championship.
What team was the biggest disappointment in the East so far this season? I mean,
probably I was expecting more out of the Knicks, man. The Knicks being 6-4.
We still technically gotta go to fucking.
We gotta go to the Knicks game.
Well, no, wait a minute. COVID happened, so damn it, the bet didn't happen.
You're right.
I mean, if you're wondering, Ryan, you were on the show when we made that bet. We said that the Knicks make the playoffs, we will go to Madison Square Garden and cheer for them. But darn it, COVID happened.
We were
COVID happened, but no, I mean, they're not in the bottom. They're 6-4, so they have. But they have some losses that are questionable to me, like the Raptors and the Pacers.
That's because
they're back to normal.
The Knicks don't have a first ballot Hall of Famer. That's why some nights you'll lose to bad teams.
This is look, guys. This is the Knicks. The Knicks do this. They'll go up for 1 year, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, we're here. We're almost there," and then they'll just go right back down to the bottom and just plummet.
It's defense. That's exactly defense will keep them in the playoffs. Defense will keep them going out in the first round.
The-
They have to attract a Hall of Famer.
Troy,
Without
we need-
one, they can't make anything shake.
Now, I will
Shut
say,
up.
I'm sure a lot of people
Shut up.
Two
are
Hall
probably-
of
Jokes.
Famers to win 2 rounds in the playoffs.
Oh, shut the
I
fuck
will
up.
say, I'm sure a lot of people are saying that the biggest surprise would be the Hawks, since the Hawks had such a good
Oh,
run,
yeah.
and now they're 4-6. But
No,
it's
Trey
early.
Young, that's like the James Harden thing. Like if they make a rule that impacts, I want to say I'm 6'1", but I'm really 5'11" ass, you're probably gonna not be as efficient for a while. He'll bounce back. He'll
Yeah.
learn to step back.
Also, 76ers. What the fuck happened?
And you also let's not forget that sometimes when you play longer, people are at home and they get to watch you for the first time and game plan for you more efficiently. So now I know Cam Reddish is going to hit that 3. I'm going to go dive out on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know these names because you were at home last year. So like that dynamic kind of happens with a young team a lot with the Hawks.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that.
Now, did you guys hear about the fact that Ben Simmons is starting to meet? Like, I just saw this. He's meeting with like a team doctor or team back doctor to talk about his mental health. So I'm wondering if he'll play for the 76ers again, or if they're gonna eventually trade him.
Here's my feeling on Ben Simmons, and this is my feeling on Ben Simmons and the Philadelphia 76ers. Why the fuck is he still on the team? He obviously does, and Trey, you can say whatever the fuck you want about Ben Simmons. He's the fucking reason the Philadelphia 76ers didn't get far in the first place. They should have beaten the Philadelphia. They should have beat. I don't know about beating.
Okay, Mac, I love you. Ben Simmons is the reason that the Miami Heat went to the finals in the bubble. Decisions that you make have a ripple effect throughout the entire league.
Yeah.
The trio of Ben, Mr. Jimmy Give Me Buckets, and Joel Embiid could have beaten anybody if it wasn't for one lucky bounce of a ball. Let's be very careful to remember
Man,
history accurately.
damn. I hate that they had
team-
I hate that they
agree
got
with that.
rid of
We
Jimmy.
agree
Hold
with
on,
that.
let me talk.
Oh,
let me talk,
I
let me
agree
talk,
with you on
let me
that.
talk, let me
Because
talk,
if
let me
that
talk.
ball didn't, if,
That
look,
team beats the Brooklyn Nets. That team beats every team in the East and beats almost every team in the West with those 3 guys. Because Jimmy Buckets was the closer. And as we've seen over the last 2 or 3 years, Joel Embiid has gotten more healthy, more in shape, and is willing to put up 35 plus points with a sprained fucking whatever the fuck is wrong with that asshole this week on anybody. So what I'm saying is, if those 3 stay together, they win. They could have maybe won 2 by now. But because Ben Simmons is soft,
Trill, I want
Jimmy
to say
Buckets
this.
didn't want to play with him. He doesn't belong in Philly.
No, he does not. He
There's
does
some-
not.
I'm just wondering where he's going to end up, because I'm curious. I think the reason he's still on the roster, Mac, is because
Summer league.
because the Sixers are asking
Summer
for
league.
too much. I
They're asking
guarantee.
they should trade him for me. I don't play in the league.
The summer league. Fuck.
What are they doing?
God damn it. Like,
also, Trill, I do
But
love
also,
you, but
Philadelphia is to blame. This isn't the first young person under 25 for some reason they've had to trade away during the process.
yeah.
What did you get from the process? Joel Embiid, you got 1 player. You were 1 for 7, bro.
look,
7.
Trill, I
Think
love
about
you, but
that.
don't fucking.
Uh,
Trill, I love you, but don't backhand the process. The process got him this far, motherfucker.
no.
You talk about
Until they
process
win a
got
title,
you
the process is a
exactly
failure. So
where you were before the process started. People have revisionary history. The process started because they were a middle of the pack team and they wanted to make a push for everything. So they sold it all, got a bunch of draft picks,
I
and
got
started
to
picking.
defend Philadelphia.
Man.
Started picking
I gotta
bad.
talk like a Philadelphia
remember-
person. Don't you talk about the fucking process. Process is the best fucking thing that happened for the city of Philadelphia since
Bullshit.
Rocky. Fuck you and Rocky
That's
5 is the
bullshit,
best
you know it.
fucking
You
Philadelphia.
know the
I just-
process didn't work, man.
I just
No, it
feel
didn't.
old because I grew up with the 76ers being good just because they had Irving, they had AI. and that was enough to where you get pieces around them. They would have won a title. They never got
But think about it.
pieces.
But think, you just said it. You said it yourself. They had Allen Iverson.
They had a
Yeah,
Hall of Fame player. Yep.
They thought they
this
had
is a
two Hall
league
of Fame
driven by
players.
Hall
No,
of Fame players.
Joel Embiid, first round, first ballot. He stops playing today. He's in the Hall of Fame. Ben Simmons, if he stops playing today, he will be a meme.
Yep.
He is. I mean,
I hope, and so because the Cavs are bad, and I don't really care about much. My favorite player,
terrible,
right,
bro. Give the Cavs 3 or 4 years, it'll be just like my Charlotte Hornets. You got two good guards. You got two people that can play the 5. One person can play the 5 or the 4. You may have a bit of a traffic jam there. May want to move maybe Josh Allen if he doesn't improve drastically for maybe a wing. But that wing plus Kevin Love could be you can trade Kevin. You can't do anything with Kevin Love, so that's dead money. So tank again, get yourself a wing, and we'll see the bottom of the playoffs in 2 years. But
what I was going to say was,
in 2 years, the Charlotte Hornets, we can win it all.
I hope because I like this guy, because I think he's a great player and I think he's a good man. I hope that they can get a piece for Dame to get one title before his time in Portland's done. Because I love Damian Lillard. I hate. I mean, well, I love that he sticks around.
Player.
But the thing is, people say that, and I feel you. I love you for that, because I feel the same way about Dame. Dame, my guy, Dame time. I love that shit. But the question is, who? Yeah,
that's the thing. I don't know how you get players to Portland. If Dame's not enough, what do you do?
Not even to Portland. Let's say we make a Magic City. It's the most famous city in the world. It's on the coast. It has a Hall of Fame coach with a Hall of Fame back. Miami Heat. Let's just say what I'm thinking. So if you can't get Giannis Antetokounmpo to leave from Minnesota, it's half and half. Some people don't want to leave because they don't want to be seen as a person that left to go team up, right? That's who Dame is. And then there's other half of people that don't want to waste their entire prime in a thing that sucks. So what I'm saying is, maybe you don't need 2 pieces to join Dame. Maybe you just need 1.
I think if they got just 1 piece, I think Dame is Brandon good enough
Ingram to Portland makes Portland a finals contender.
Ooh, that's a good. Ooh,
you have to find the 1 piece that changes everything. Because moving Dame out doesn't do anything.
Oh, I don't want him to leave.
You still have 2 guards there that are dynamic, but CJ McCollum isn't dynamic to be the guy by himself. Yeah. But if you put Brandon Ingram in that offense, woo, baby.
No, I like Portland as a city. That's why I would hate it if Dame left. So I would like it if they could get a piece to Dame to give them
also, Trill, I just want to say something, because I gotta say this. It didn't matter what the Philadelphia 76ers was going to do during that season. Kawhi
Leonard to call Allen Iverson.
Kawhi was going to win that. Kawhi was winning that championship. Kawhi was like, I win. Drake, the power of Drake and Kawhi were coming.
Okay. So what I'm saying to you is you lose that year, right? You keep the team together. You come back next year.
Oh, they would have won it.
Wait, time out. Look how the NBA had changed. What do you say? What the dude from Justice League say? No Superman, no Guardians. They have no one here to protect them from me. He would have wiped it. That's why LeBron was like, I'll do it myself. Because there was nobody left.
This is true.
With Kevin Durant out of the league, it was LeBron's to win.
Yep.
You mean to tell me if Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid, and Ben Simmons play the Lakers, they don't? Come on. Come on, dude. Come on. You know they would have won.
I'm just saying that particular year, it was just
in the
Kawhi.
bubble. They
was
smashed the Lakers, bruh. I love the Lakers. I love LeBron James. I feel like he's the greatest player in my time.
That particular year, the Raptors, it's just the Raptors. They were destined to win that, no matter what. They were going to win.
It wasn't destiny. Stop that shit. The Hall of Famers went down on the other team. It wasn't destiny, okay?
Yeah.
It's not destiny. It's not destiny that in the first round they didn't face one Hall of Famer. It's not destiny. Sometimes it's just how the cookie crumbled for you.
Sometimes it works out. Sometimes you stay healthy and everybody else gets hurt.
Yeah, sometimes it's just that. Sometimes it's the guy who sat out the whole year before had fresh legs for next year.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah.
Sometimes it can be that too.
All right. So
56 games, guys, out of 82. I'm just saying, like, he may be cheating the system. Or he may be a genius. I don't know yet.
It's true. All right, so let's get to the fine. Anything else like no Major League Baseball, nothing like that.
Congrats on Atlanta finally winning something. Good for them.
Yeah, they finally won something.
I just you want a title, retire the chop and retire the name. That's my stance. Just I don't like, and I say that about every sports team that's professional or college that still
even
has.
the Indians.
Oh wait,
well, the Indians are going to be the Guardians.
The
Indians are retired.
Yeah, I didn't know it was. Oh my god, that's fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah, no, the Indians. And what's interesting is people were ripping the Indians for like, oh, that's a generic, crappy name, and it's based off of something within the city, so it's actually a clever name.
Oh, believe me, it's going to be the Kansas City team. Get ready.
No, Kansas City's not as stupid as the guy who owns Washington. They'll have a backup name ready whenever something happens.
But what I'm saying is like,
Washington football team. We're gonna name ourselves the Washington football team. A bit of big ass W.
What I'm thinking, like, isn't a Brave? I thought, in my naive mind, I legit thought that was like,
no, it's an Indian.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't think.
Yeah, I knew that when I was a kid.
Up.
I figured that out when I was a kid. It's an Indian, right? This is a.
Well, I think the thing that gives it away is them doing the tomahawk chop. Like that's where. And the fact that the fans keep doing it too, like they're like defiant about it. Like,
well, if that's the case, then shit, FSU stop doing.
I think FSU should. I don't they got a white kid doing the Seminole crap? Like he does the full Seminole outfit and
wait, like, isn't Seminole a type of Indian?
That is an actual tribe though, but. Like
they do the same thing to chop too. They do the chop it. They do it. Whoa! And
that's kind of fucked up.
They have somebody literally doing
a minority and like thinking about that out loud. Like, I'm just gonna say it. If they had like the Blackfoot tribe, I'd be pissed, my guy. I'd be hella hot. Atlanta Blackfoot. I'd be Atlanta Black Dick. I'd be mad than a motherfucker. Atlanta Chicken Wings. I'd be. They'd be
the mascot's like a mammy or something. It's something horribly.
Oh my god! If they named them the Atlanta Mingamies, I'll go crazy. It's like, oh no, y'all.
Or like,
I'll be like Walter Peck. I was like, shit this down.
New York Medias. I'd be pissed, bro. Like I don't know what it would be.
I literally will be like,
I wouldn't stand for that shit. I'm sorry, the Native American people. I'm sorry they keep doing this.
Guys, just imagine a world where Tyler Perry convinces the Braves to become the Atlanta Medias, and he's the mascot.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what the hell you've been talking about, Braves.
This planet is like, I can see them being like, yeah, this is inclusive. No, wait, stop. Wrong way.
I don't know what the hell you've been doing, Braves. You turned me into a damn mascot. This is not right.
You went too far. Next thing you know,
Mark doing it.
Multiple
and he does
big
it
mamas.
For every game too. All 82 games in Atlanta, he does all 82 games as Medea.
As Medea, casting him. Yes, that's the only way I'm accepting it.
They're probably going to change their name to some type of
still in my culture. And I don't like it.
Well, I feel like an animal is like the easiest thing to do.
The Atlanta Doves.
Well, what's the name it after whatever your state bird is or whatever? Like, stop being stupid.
Don't be afraid. Just be a Hawk. Just be the Hawk. Just be every Atlanta sports team. Just be the Hawks. Just fuck it. Just go roll.
No. I think they just need to change your name to the Atlanta Peaches.
Because doesn't Chicago have like a hockey team that has a messed up name too?
I got it. The Georgia Peaches.
Well, wait. So, it's the Atlanta Braves. So, wouldn't they be the Atlanta Peaches? Like,
there we go. The Atlanta Peaches.
Perfect.
That's actually not bad, Mac.
That's not bad. Atlanta Peaches. Yeah.
Like, because baseball's weird. They got a ton of weird names that make no sense.
So. Yeah, I mean, Atlanta the Peaches could be like the ball for the marketing. Bam.
Atlanta, I helped you out for once.
Yes. Wait, not offensive. No one's mad about a fucking fruit, bro.
No.
Yeah, like there you go, Atlanta. Send Mac a check. Don't
send me a fucking check.
Wait a minute. I said the peach could be the ball. Give me a check too on this bitch.
Okay. Atlanta Braves, send the three of us, because we got this conversation rolling, send us each a royalty.
Royalty. We earned this. It was like, we saw from the show. I said, I want my royalty, motherfucker. I came up with the idea for the peach.
Wait, what's a Red Sox?
Yeah, exactly.
It's actually, that has to do with the military. I think.
Okay. I never understood what that was.
Yeah. I'm wrong for saying that, Ron? That has to do with the military.
No, right? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like originally, the Reds were the Red Sox Stockings, and then they just shortened it. But
yeah, the Red Sox, yeah.
Yeah, like baseball names are fucking random.
Random, weird, yeah.
Like what the fuck is a Padre? And that's a name
I think that's a pirate
in the last 40 years.
Wait a minute.
I mean,
a Padre,
well,
isn't
that's
a
like the
Padre
Tampa Bay
like a
Rays.
Spanish name for pirate?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
I mean, that's like the Tampa Bay Rays. We're called the Rays, and that's names for the Devil Rays. And I was like, well, we just changed from the Devil Rays to the Rays. But what's the fuck a Mariner?
It's a fish.
All right, Mac, move on to the last question.
All right, yeah. So last one. So here we go, people. We want to pick. So just pick one guy. What is the best? And this is the question. What is the best NES sports game that you played? NES. Do y'all want me to go first?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with, I would say Tecmo Bowl, but I'm gonna go with surprisingly Hoops. Hoops is a good basketball game. It's fun to play. If you never played it, it's actually pretty fun. You know,
Punch Out. I'm gonna go with Punch Out.
I was about to say, all right, so I'll take Tecmo, but I only played Punch Out and Tecmo, so I didn't have any.
Tecmo though? Which Tecmo?
The first, we only had my cousin had the first no, he had the Tecmo Super Bowl. That was the one he had.
There's two of them. I remember the first one. Yeah.
Only sports game I played was Punch Out. I couldn't think of anything else. I'm like, is Mario Kart a sport? Did that come out on here?
Well, yeah, I was gonna say if we can count like animal fighting, then Pokemon would be mine.
Yeah. Wait, what?
No, dog fighting. That is not a sport. That's a bad ride. No dog fighting.
Since we're still in Atlanta.
Yeah, and we're talking about Atlanta too, and then Michael Vick is like, oh damn it, no.
I served my time.
I paid my time.
I paid my time, damn it.
I don't want to get on a tangent, but like he went to prison.
No. I think this will be a funny joke. Michael Vick playing Pokemon.
You ain't can catch dog type Pokemon.
Yes.
He's got plenty of options.
Somebody will look down like, really?
Mac, that might be the best way to end the show. My God.
Exactly, yeah. Michael Vick. So, guys, if you see Michael Vick playing, if you see somebody named Vic 90, whatever it is, or Atlanta Vic, are you Michael Vick?
Vic 7, that's him.
Like you're 7, like
that's his Nintendo account name. He's Vic 7.
Yeah, Vic 7.
He's like, I probably go interview Michael Vick. He's probably going to end the interview with Susan. So, do you like Pokemon?
It's gonna kick you out, Mac, but it's worth it. Oh my God!
I love Michael Vick.
That's fucked up, man.
But I love Michael Vick. I think he can take a joke. It's a joke.
I know. It's just so
Pokemon is a good game. But people gonna take it. All right, guys, this has been a good show. I want to thank Ryan. Thank you for coming on, Ryan. I appreciate you coming on. We'll have to get you back on.
I appreciate you guys having me. So I haven't been on any of the shows in a while because I'm super busy with my junior year. We're making documentaries. I've made a shit ton of documentaries, and Doc Night is coming soon. So if you're watching and you have YouTube or Twitch, we're going to be streaming all the docs one doc from each student is going to be streamed November 20th. That's a Saturday. It's a matinee. So I think it's like 1 or noon. I'll have the link on my Twitter account. So come watch some interesting docs. I made one about tattoos. The doc I'm most excited about is Mike's because he made one about a haunted bookstore. And I find that shit to be hilarious because I don't believe in ghosts. So I always find that kind of haunting stuff funny.
Cool. All right. I'm gonna watch that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm hoping I'm not working that day. I'm hoping I can watch it while I'm working.
Well, that would be during college football. So you might be watching college football, man.
Damn it! Fuck! No! I could probably watch.
Well, that's the Chattanooga week too, so you could just not watch that Georgia game.
Yeah, I probably ain't gonna watch that game. Yeah, you're damn right. I'm like, we're gonna beat the shit out of them. I ain't watching that game. All right, Trill, Trill, my trusty co-host. How's it going? Also, the current fucking champion.
Mac, I don't think they could hear you in the back. Who is the current Gamer Girl champion? You said who?
I'm doing sign language.
Yes, it was me. It was
I'm
me.
doing sign
I'm
language.
the current Gamer Girl champion. That's right. I'm the champion. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. I plan to be the back-to-back champion. 2-time champion, they'll call me. I can't wait. I've already got the plaque made. 2-time champion. Mr. 2-time. It's going to be fun. But anyways, before I get my second title from the championship, you can find me every Sunday and Monday at noon at twitch.tv/Trill_XO. Straight out the know. Still playing more games my ex-wife needs to know. Matt, go ahead and go.
All right. Besides that fucking piece of shit who is a champion, I always said sign language works. Charlie, you know you love me. I love you. All right, so guys, make sure you go watch our show stuff. Make sure you go watch the new we got another episode of Gamer Grudge coming up on Monday. Like I said, we took a little break because we like to take a long break between here and now, so that way we can get prepared for the championship, which Trell is probably going to lose in there. Probably.
No way. No way.
He's going to lose.
No way.
And make sure you go watch that episode and watch.
I won't even break a sweat.
Cry like a little bitch. Also, make sure you go.
I'm going for the sweet. Mac, this is the audience. No, the audience. Just so you know, in Gamer Grudge, if you get the first 3 questions right, they will not ask you the 4th. It's never been done in the final round. I will be the first one to do it. It will happen.
No, you're not.
Live on YouTube and Twitch.
You're not
the championship round, baby.
You're not the first person to do it. Masasha did it.
No, not in the final. He did in the final.
Yeah, she literally got in the final. She did it. She was impressive. She beat her opponent with 3 questions. First 3, she got all 3 right.
That's all right.
All right. So make sure you go watch that. Watch the next episode of Gamer Grudge. It's gonna be a good fight. Basically the Monday before Thanksgiving. Make sure you go watch that Thanksgiving week. Make sure you go watch that episode. It's gonna be fun. I will be fighting in that episode. And you're gonna get laid back Mac, not tense Mac, because tense Mac is just fun and he'll yell. Also, make sure you go watch. Just so you let you know, people. Just to let you fucking know. July. Get your calendars out right now. All of you, get your calendars out. July 1st of next July 1st. Me and Trill, Zach, Drill, Zach, Pistachio, maybe Trink. I don't know yet. Maybe Trink. Also Owl, Happy Hour and Ernest, all of us. We will be at Midwest Comic-Con, Midwest Anime Convention. We're gonna be there. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna be doing some stuff. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna probably be making some videos, some crazy videos, maybe some stupid shit, maybe some other videos. We're gonna be making a lot of content. Probably we're gonna watch them. We're gonna go down there, interview some people. Also, I am planning on doing a grudge gauntlet, which Ryan I think was a part of one time, which the winner will win $100 gift card. They will win $100 gift card.
And gift card to Blockbuster. That's what he doesn't.
Yeah, we're gonna do it for Blockbuster. Yeah. They don't exist. But yeah, we're gonna give you $100 gift card. Make sure you come by there. Also, we might do some other stuff, which I'm keeping on the hush hush because we're probably gonna do some fun stuff that has to do Gamer Grudge related, something that a lot of people have been asking about. I'm gonna try to squeeze some people.
So when we go down July 1st next year, I'll still be champion. That's hilarious.
I really hope you lose that belt. Doing everything in my power to make sure. I'm going to do everything.
Soon it'll be like a monarchy. I'll be champion for so long. People will forget that it's actually a game.
Real. Trill, I just want to let you know I have a particularly set of skills. Skills that'll make me nightmare for people like you. If you lose that belt, and I won't say nothing, but if you don't, I would do everything in my power to make sure you lose that motherfucking belt. Everything. But all right, guys. Make sure you go watch. Make sure you go.
I paid the judges, Mac. You're gonna lose. Have a good night.
Don't have no money. What money? All right, guys. It's been a good show. We'll see you next month. Hopefully, we'll be talking about the NFL and the playoffs. Everybody will be getting around because it'll be December by the NFL playoffs. We'll have the teams probably sort out. We know about the NFC. The AFC might get sorted out by then. So we'll probably talk about that. NBA will be hot because we'll get into Christmas. And, when Christmas comes around, that's when the NBA gets a little bit tougher. That's when we start seeing the teams separate in the NBA. And Major League Baseball, it won't start. Maybe USC. I don't know. It'll be sports. And NCAA football. Whatever, guys. We'll see you next time on gf1 Sports. Bye!